What's up, YouTube, and welcome to part 2 of my how to use triggers tutorials. And this is going to be a follow-up of the first one, so if you haven't watched the first part 1 of this video, check the description and go watch it first. We created this chest with an opening effect, but it doesn't have any sounds or anything like that. It just opens, so that's kind of boring. So let's go ahead and put some effects on this. Let's get some sounds so we can hear it open and some cool visual effects. All right, so the first thing we want to do is come over to our core content, and we're going to go under effects, and we're going to search for health spiral effect. Okay, this one looks pretty cool. We're going to drag it into our hierarchy, and that's what it looks like. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit cooler. So let's go to emissive boost. Let's knock that up a little bit to whatever you want, about 25-ish. And then the life, let's knock that up to about, say, 2 for that, and 25 for that. Overkill, but at least we can see it. All right, and then we want to go over again to our core content, and we're going to look for some audio. Let's call this chest open. So there should be a chest normal opening. Let's use that one. Drag it into the hierarchy. So these aren't a child of anything. These are just over by themselves in the hierarchy. But what we're going to do then is we're going to click on one, hold down shift, and click on the other one. So we have both of them selected, and we're going to right click, and then we're going to say create network context, and we want to do a new client context containing these, and then we're going to call it open effects. And what that allows us to do is it without the client context on the server, when we play, all players won't be able to see and hear these effects, so this will allow for that. Okay, and then we want to right click one more time, and we want to enable networking, and in order to use this in a script, we have to enable networking. Okay, and then one last thing we're going to do is right click, and then we need to create new template from this, and we're just going to leave it open effects, create new template, and over in your templates under project content, my templates, you'll see a new template that you just created. Okay, and we're going to use this right here in a few minutes. Let's right click and delete this out of the hierarchy, because we no longer need it in the hierarchy because we have it over here in our templates. Okay, and that's what we're going to reference it from. So open up your chest, go back to your chest script, and you'll have 3 variables in here. You'll have your open, closed, and trigger, and then we need to add one more. So add a custom property, and we're going to need an asset reference. Let's call it open effects, and we need to drag this reference, we need to drag this object open effects on top of the question mark so that we can reference it. So now in our script we can reference this open effects and apply it into the world. And one thing I always forget, and I did it again, open effects. So let's grab open effects, drag it back into your hierarchy, and on top of the audio, let's click that, and let's click autoplay. If you don't do that, we're not going to hear it. Okay, and then all we got to do is right click up here on top of the open effects folder again and update template from this, and then we can delete it again. We just updated the one that we have over here. And on top of the chest, we still have the reference. Everything will work just fine. We just needed to make that adjustment and save it, so we're good to go. Let's open the chest script and finish up here. We're almost done. This will be really fast. One more. So let's grab this open effects from here. So just highlight it, copy it, and we're going to add it to the rest of the script that we have at the top. Okay, let's change this to open effects, make it shorter, and then we just want to spawn this in the world, right? So we're going to open the crate, and then we're going to spawn these effects in the world so we can see and hear them. So to do that, we do world dot spawn asset, and then it takes 2 arguments. The first one is what we want to spawn. Well, we want to spawn open effects, and let's just make this lowercase just so we keep everything kind of consistent. So right click, copy, and we're going to put that as our first argument. Now as our second argument, it takes a position. You have to put it inside curly brackets. Position equals, and then we're just going to spawn this at the position of the trigger. where that chest is. What chest did we click on? We want to spawn these effects at that chest. Okay, so the trigger, and then we're just going to get the world position of that trigger. Get world position. And then one last thing we want to do, well, let's save and run this so we can kind of show you. So if you play this and you hit F, it opens and it shows the effects, and it shows, or you can hear the sound effects, but we don't want to keep on clicking on that. That's not right. So to stop that from happening, this last thing that we want to do is we just want to destroy the trigger, because that's what's allowing us to keep clicking that. So we just do trigger : destroy. Save that. And now we should have a fully working chest that opens. You can hear the sound, see the effects, and if you go into a multiplayer game and play, you should also be able, all players will be able to see and hear this. So let's just test this out. Yep, there you go. That's that. So if you like this, please subscribe, comment, leave a like. More videos to come. Yeah, and thanks a lot for sticking around to the end. I really appreciate it. I also have another trigger video that is called Ultimate Teleport System, and it will show you how to use triggers for teleports, and it'll also show you how to enable and disable player movement. So check that video out in the description below, and we'll see you next time.